Hello everybody. I just wanted to make a quick video because I finished another book, and it's not the book I said I was going to read before in the last video, but I was at the library and found this one on the new bookshelf, so I decided to pick it up, and it's called Fertility Facts, and the subtitle is Hundreds of Tips for Getting Pregnant, and it's written by the editors of Conceive magazine. And what they've done is they've just put a compilation together of tips and hints and just informative facts about fertility and getting pregnant. And it's a good book. I'm glad I got it to the library. It was a pretty quick read. I knew, some of the stuff in it already, but I wanted to share with you some of the things I didn't know or that I found interesting that was in each chapter. They kind of have it broken down fairly nicely. The first chapter is called Before You Conceive, and the tip is to know when your mother's period stopped. It can tell you a lot. It's not the end-all be-all, but it can tell you a lot about if she went through menopause early, that, there's a chance that you could, and, they recommend getting things on the fast track if that were the case. The next chapter is called Fertility Basics, and an interesting thing I've found out from this chapter was that once the egg is fertilized, then the first cell division happens in 30 minutes. I just think that's incredible. Everybody else maybe not so, but that was just interesting. It was an interesting little fact that I didn't know. Another one is called, the next chapter is The Fertile Lifestyle. And the thing that I was very surprised, that doctors recommend during the fertile time of your cycle, not to take NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. And that includes ibuprofen, like Advil, Motrin, and naproxen, like Aleve and naproxen, or things like Celebrex. And they say Tylenol is okay, but it says that an occasional dose probably isn't a problem, but regular use could throw off ovulation. So I did not know that, and I don't take a lot of pills, but Advil is usually my pain reliever of choice, so that was interesting to know. The next chapter is fertility threats, and one thing that I did know, but I didn't realize how much of an impact it had, was thyroid problems. If your thyroid is too slow or if it's too fast, it can have dramatic repercussions for fertility. So then diet and nutrition is the next chapter. And one thing that I didn't know, I didn't even know it was edible, was millet. It said that it could be a fertility wonder grain. And I know millet is a seed, and because I used to have parakeets, and that's what I fed them. But so that's why I was kind of uncertain about millet being edible. But I guess it is. It is edible, and doctors have found that it can help balance blood sugar and insulin. So it does recommend that if you have thyroid problems, it might not be the best thing to eat. Don't know why, but I just want to put that out there. The next chapter is vitamins and supplements, and it goes over certain herbs that we should not take while we are trying to get pregnant, because it could damage cells and keep fertilization from happening. And one thing is St. John's wort, ginkgo biloba, and echinacea. So I know echinacea is pretty popular during cold and flu season, which is now, and so they recommend staying away from it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. The next chapter is fitness and weight, and I thought this was interesting. I don't know how much body temperature goes up when we exercise. I assume it makes a difference, the actual temperature, outside when we're exercising, but it says just make sure you don't get overheated. Raising our core body temperature above 102 degrees Fahrenheit can cause birth defects and miscarriages, and so they recommend don't overheating yourself while you're pregnant. So, or trying to get pregnant, I guess. So, the next chapter is just for men, and it's facts, just for men and their fertility. And one thing I found interesting that I hadn't thought about is the heading of the fact is keep that laptop away from your lap. And for sperm production, we know it's all about temperature. That's why the testicles hang outside the body to keep them cooler than the body temperature. But when men hold their laptops on their lap, the laptop generates a good bit of heat. And they say that could reduce sperm counts. And so get your man a lap desk if he uses a laptop on his lap. And that could make a huge difference in getting pregnant. So the next chapter is called Sex Ed for Baby Making. And it's a pretty good chapter. One of the things I didn't know is the heading's called Afternoon Delight, and yes, it brings back memories of that the song Afternoon Delight from the 70s. But it says that men actually produce more and faster swimming sperm in the afternoon, so that might be a good time to get together. And last but not least, the last chapter is called Assisted Reproduction and Other Medical Help. And one thing that I did not know is that when a woman is going through a round of IVF, a lot of doctors actually use a birth control pill to suppress her own cycle, and so that they can control the timing of the IVF cycle. So I did not know that they usually start an IVF cycle with birth control pills. So that was also interesting. So that is this book. Like I said, it's cute, it's good, and just wanted to give you a little overview of that. And I do have one more book I'm going to read. It's The Healthy Gourmet Eating for Fertility or something like that. So I will get to that next and do a review on that one. And seeing the doctor on Thursday, so I'm excited about that, and hopefully can post an update on that appointment Thursday afternoon. So I hope everyone's doing great out there, and I'll update you soon. Bye-bye.